Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. Happy birthday, Mom. I hope you enjoy the day. Now, let's get started. First things first, there is a class, okay? There is a class that I will be giving this Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want in on the class, you can go to growmybag.tv/classes. Or you can drop $43 as a super on one of the videos if you want to join via YouTube. Just remember that you're going to have to contact me on IG so I have your email address so I can send you the link. The link will be coming out today for the meeting, and I will be taking attendance. So, yeah, just saying. So, there's a lot going on. What else is going on? So Pavel Durov was released from jail, but all that happened was he was just given a bigger jail. He's not allowed to leave the country. You want to know something else? They put out a note for his brother. They've now said, hey, your brother's involved in this too. It's awesome. It's just awesome. All this because he didn't want to kick up data. I think France is going to lose. France is being embarrassed already. So here's something for you. The UAE said, we were supposed to buy some fighter jets from you. That's worth a few $1 billion. We'll hold off on that. We'll wait. We'll wait. I don't know how long they're going to wait. They could buy some fighter jets from a U.S. company. Just saying. Just saying. Binance. So Polygon's on a rip, right? I told you yesterday about how they invested in Solaire, which is a platform on Solana. It's a staking platform on Solana. Big brass. But something else that caught my attention, they got backing from Coinbase for their move from MATIC to Pole. You want to know who's backing them? Yeah, Binance. That's big. So I'm expecting that you're going to see a slew of other platforms do the same. I would be shocked. You have two really big, very well-known platforms that are saying, yeah, we're going to back that. So I would expect Kraken, Bybit, BitThumb. I would expect a lot of other platforms to be like, yeah, we're going to take care of that. And so I'm just waiting for that news to come in. So each time somebody says something, I'm expecting a little price increase. Something else that's going on. Binance took a $3 billion hit on Bitcoin outflows. Some people are saying it's because of geopolitical tensions, the whole thing over Nigeria. I don't think that's it. I think people just wanted to have their Bitcoin, or they sold. Who knows? I mean, you could probably go to the blockchain and see, what happened, but I think those outflows are people that want to hold their Bitcoin. Only people that don't understand how it's all working are selling Bitcoin. And frankly, I think certain people are selling enough Bitcoin to keep the market down so that these big investors can continue to buy in. I mean, 2.86% of Bitcoin is actually owned by MicroStrategy, BlackRock, and those kinds of companies. 2.86%. Yeah, that's something to contemplate. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has invested in over 40 startups. So when people are unsure as to what's going on in the space, I just point to all the investment. I point to all the investment and just look at them and just kind of go, so what's that? So if you don't believe in Bitcoin, you don't believe in crypto, what's that? I mean, let's take a look at California moving over 47 million car titles over to the blockchain. They tokenize them. What about that? What about banks moving their settlement processes over to blockchain? What about that? What about all of these ETFs that are popping up literally all around the world? What about that? It's not just the investment, it's also the adoption and integration of the technologies. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You want to know one of the hottest platforms to develop on is actually Chainlink? You want to know what the significance is of that? That significance is the fact that Chainlink not only gives you a platform to build on, but connects you to real world data. It's the world's largest Oracle. What about that? I don't know. I don't know. Now, bad news for Ethereum spot ETFs. Yeah, totally, totally getting sold out. The outflows are ridiculous from what I understand. Um, Contrary to bullish expectations, yeah, they're not doing so hot. They're not. And I didn't think they would because it's not scarce in any way. I can go mint some more. So what's the big deal? You don't want to manage the money. That's what that is. You invest in an Ethereum spot ETF because you don't want to manage the money directly. You want somebody else to do it for you. Nothing wrong with that. Not everybody has the kind of time to pay attention, do their own research, and dig in. By the way, with regard to doing your own research, we do have a class coming up this Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be teaching a class on how to do your own research. Not bad. So if you want to do something, if you don't want to, do the credit card thing, you can drop a super for $43 and then tap me and send me your email address so I can send you the link, because I will not be posting that link, broadly. That's not going to happen. So you have to contact me, and you will get an email from me with the meeting invitation. So that's going to be fun. I'm expecting that to be lively, very lively, and fun as heck, because we have some real characters that are hopping on. I think my mom might even be on too. She's a character, but we'll see, because it's Sunday. What else is going on? We have JPMorgan talking about that, and then we have Ripple announcing the launch of their new stablecoin in their private beta. Do you see how far away they are from launching that? They're not that far away. That's going to be a huge moneymaker for them. Huge moneymaker for them. Pay attention, folks. They haven't gone IPO yet, but when they do, I'm expecting the earth to shake. Dead serious. Like rumble, freaking rumble. Right? And here's something else I was thinking about. So Nvidia posted 122% year over year gains. Stock drops like a hot rock. But what happened? Did people buy Nvidia and say, oh, I'm banking, they can't possibly do so well, because last year was 115%. They can't possibly do that well this year. But they did. Last year, their numbers were up 115% year over year. Think about that. This year, it's 122% year over year. So they bested last year by 7% in terms of growth. That's not a small feat. That is not a small feat. So I'm sitting back and I'm just going, what is going on? Now, I have not looked this morning to see if it's still being sold or if it's come back or something like that. It's sort of like It's sort of like Bitcoin. It's sort of like Bitcoin. There's no reason for Bitcoin not to be going up, except for downward pressure. And that downward pressure has got to be a somewhat concerted effort in terms of, I think it's manipulation. So when I sit there and I look at that, I'm just kind of like, wow, look at this. It's insane. But you know what else I'm doing? I'm buying. When there's blood in the street, even when it's on my own blood, I'm buying. Because it's going to come back. Again, when I do my own research and I see how much integration is going on, like I've moved beyond adoption and investment. I've moved beyond that. Investment is already here. Adoption is inevitable. There is an OKX report that says that institutions believe that crypto is inevitable. So if that's the truth, if that's the case, I'm not going to pay attention to that. They're both inevitabilities. What I am going to pay attention to is how many companies are handling crypto as a part of their business model, integrating the technology? Again, California, 47 million car titles tokenized. Yeah, you'll be able to track that really well. You'll be able to track that really well. And then I'm also thinking about everything that's going on with OpenSea and the creators. Who else is going to get a Wells notice? I mean, if you're going after, I mean, I had this conversation last night. You should really listen to that one because we really, really, really got into it. That was even the poll question. So you should get it. You should watch that one. Now, I will say this for Hutanic. There's a period of time where the video uploads and you can't see the chats because it's recorded. It takes them time to actually finish doing that, and then they scroll the chat. So if you look at yesterday's video, the chats are scrolling. So I think it takes them a few hours, more than just a few hours to do it. Maybe they should invoke AI or something like that. Just saying. But seriously, when I look at everything that's going on, I look at Nvidia getting hit, going down when they had a stellar, earnings report. Like, how'd that happen? That was at that moment, if you buy stocks, you should have been all over that. You should have been all over that because you know it's going to come back. You know what? I'm freaking curious, so I gotta know. Nvidia. Oh, stock. Wow. It's down 2.69% right now today. I'm sitting here thinking pre-market it's down 3.4% or down $3.40, which is 2.71%. Wow. Like literally you see it falling off a cliff. And I'm just wondering like how'd that happen? Right here, if I was into stocks at the moment, I would be buying. And I know it sounds crazy, but I would absolutely be buying. But something else, some other news on the crypto side is Stacks is actually implementing a new upgrade. It's called the Nakamoto upgrade. You want to know why that makes it significant? Because they're no longer going to validate across Bitcoin. They're only going to validate with their validators. That's a 120x speed increase. Yeah. So I'm expecting Stacks to take the hell off. You want to know something else? Stacks. When you stake Stacks, you get Bitcoin. That's right. When you stake Stacks, you get Bitcoin. So I'm just saying, there are ways that you could be making money. It's things like this with the whole thing with Telegram. Yeah, I bought in. As soon as he was arrested, I was like, oh, it's going down. Went all the way down to $5.08. Oh, I was all about it. At $5.08 and $5.26, I was all about it. You know what I'm saying? I had to get in. Because when it returns, I'm just going to have more to play with. Anyway, you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. So let's switch on over. So we're going to start with the GMB Crypto Tracker top 25 losers. Like I said, this tool is awesome. You can buy it on the website. Just go to growmybag.tv/crypto-tracker or -tracker. And you can snatch this up. It refreshes every 10 minutes. You get all kinds of tools. I'm not going to get into it. I have a separate video just talking about everything, all the stuff you can do with this tool. But right now, we're just looking at the top 25 winners and losers, starting with the losers. Dogs is down 11%. Has a 0.15x GMB factor. Why? Because it launched yesterday. Day before. It broke Telegram twice. Broke Toncoin twice. Ton blockchain. Yeah. But I'd be getting in. I think Dogs is awesome. As a meme coin, I think Dogs is awesome. Like, I can't even believe that nobody had Dogs before. It's just hilarious. Let's see. Athena is down 10%. Ordi is down 9%. Athena has a 5.06 GMBX factor. I don't follow it, so I don't know. I only spoke about it because I know somebody else that does. But I'm not in it. I'm not in that one. Stacks is actually down 8%. It's insane. Has a GMB X factor of 1.39. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, yeah, I'm buying more stacks. I'm absolutely buying more stacks. You crazy? How could I not have to? That's ridiculous. Fed is down. The Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, they're down 7%. They have a 1.85x, GMBX factor. What? I like it. I'm in. Render is down 6%. Huh? Nvidia went down, and so did related stocks and cryptos. That's what this is telling you. So if there is a buying opportunity, now could be it. And Render's GMBX factor is 1.43. Not bad. Do I think? Let's not even talk about if I think they can do it. Absolutely. A star that was supposed to be, the whole big, Sony thing. Well, guess what? It's not. Sony's got their own thing going on with Sony something like that, Sony Coin or whatever the heck it's called. I have to look at my notes, and I don't feel like it right now because I'm going through the numbers. But a star's down 6%, has GMBX factor of 5.45x. Glad I didn't buy any. I think it rode the wave of news saying that they're working with Sony. Well, actually, I think it's Toyota, and I think it's Toyota and Sony. Haven't heard anything since. Arweave is down 6%. Phantom is down 5%. You saw it just update, which is great. Anybody else on here I'm paying attention to? Yeah, at 5%, I don't pay attention to anything. But this tells you, okay, not bad. Everything else is kind of in the right direction. Let's take a look at the top 25 winners. Helium up 12%. Who'd have thought? Have a 6.33 GMBX factor. Do I think they can do it? It's a DPINs play, or decentralized physical infrastructure network. Possible. Even if it wasn't 6.33, I think it would have a high GMBX factor. But I think I think it'd have a high X. I think it could. I just don't know if it's going to realize its all-time high in this bull run. I don't know about that. Who else am I paying? Optimism up 4%. But you see how now everybody's down here now. This is what I mean. Right there. This is what I'm talking about. Everything is just kind of sideways, not moving. Everything's neutral right there. Everything is neutral. So like I said, everything is just straight up neutral. I mean, look at these 24-hour changes. Not doing anything. Top 25 coins are not doing jack. Not bad. Nothing really going on there that we need to pay attention to. Fear and Greed Index is at 29. DeFi Llama has us at $90 billion in total value locked. I'm hoping that grows. Of course, I'm hoping that grows. Look at Bitcoin. Look at this tight space that it's trading in. Even when you expand it, it only goes from there to there. It's a really compressed space. It can only stay compressed, but for so long. It can only stay compressed, but for so long. Last time I kept saying that every day, we hit 73,750. Now, I'm not saying it's going to have the same effect this time. We'll call it the Eddie J on crypto effect. But all jokes aside, it's such a compressed space that I can actually see this doing better. The upward pressure is starting to mount. And there are no more, the good reasons for it to be down are really getting smaller and smaller. So everything's getting tight. Oh, excuse me. Tired. Didn't sleep well last night. But yeah, look at this. There are a lot of things that I'm sitting here and I'm saying some things are a buy. I think FET's a buy. I think Render's a buy. This Render. Not whatever the heck that is. This Render. So yeah, I'm paying attention to these things. I'm absolutely paying attention to these things. I hope you are too. Because there's a lot that could happen here. A lot of opportunity. Let's go take a look. Take a look at the numbers only. Um, I wonder if XRP is going to move on the RLUSD information that came out, because that would not surprise me. Look at Tron. Wow. You look at Tron and you go, wow, that's crazy. Look how close they are to Toncoin, but Toncoin went up $5.63. Yeah, I'm giggly. I'm giggly because as you start to realize that Toncoin has its own life, and it's not that tied to the CEO of Telegram. You start to realize that hey, things are going on. Cardano trying to hold its own. I'm hoping that after the Chang fork, we start to see more movement on Cardano from a builder perspective, and we'll see what happens then. Shiba Inu is down a bit. I like it when it's more at like 15, 16. Right now it's at 13, 14, 13.95, so 13, 14. So I'm hoping that it'll go up. But again, I think it's going to go up when Bitcoin goes up. Actually, they're all going to go up when Bitcoin goes up. But I do look for those breakouts. So anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. Don't forget, Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be hosting a private class. If you want to register for the class, go to growmybag.tv/classes or drop me a super for $43 US dollars and send me your email address so I can send you the meeting link, because it is going to be live and it's going to be a two-way street conversation. Something new. All right? Everybody, have a good one, and thank you for your time.